Hello, this is Veronica editing this interview, and I wanna say that I was having the best time of my life. Thank you, and especially concert, I was really feeling this. So, thank you again for making this happen, Heath. Please, guys, check their art. But true art is making great music. So, thank you again. Love you guys. And I hope you guys will be enjoying this interview as me. It's really inspired me. So. Yeah. Enjoy.
That angle was the best angle, not like put it on the couch or something.
I'll try.
Why not? Okay.
Hello.
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 You guys, thank you for agreeing for this.
Of course.
When I hear your album first, it's like Marble. I really love that. Circle Rock. You can see it's like kind of trip, and I was like first like really shocked about how long ours guys like songs, like 10 minutes or something.
So, that's the studio version.
Oh yeah. Our songs take a while.
Like kind of a trip. That's really cool, and I love instruments. Like I can see like a lot of palettes. I love that. I was like really surprised, and I wish you like being more like popular because I truly think you guys deserve that.
You.
Can you guys introduce a little bit? Like tell your name.
Let's start with the manager.
I'm Isaac. I'm the manager of the band.
This is the janitor.
He's the manager. He wasn't done yet.
I'm the manager, you're the janitor.
Oh, I like leading, that's for sure.
I'm a guitarist and I sing
Okay.
as best as I can.
My name is Darcy, and I play the drums.
My name is Ramon, I play guitar.
I'm Steve. I play the battery bass.
Battery bass.
Nice.
I'm Ace and I sing and play harmonica.
Yeah, that concludes the five of us.
And we're Heath.
By the way,
We're Heath.
by the way, we're also a band.
Yeah.
We all live in The Hague, even though we're not from The Hague.
You are.
Not all of us. I am, very proudly. But we have an international ensemble.
So how you guys started? Like the first idea to make a band and.
You take it.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna tell you the short version.
Okay.
So he's not from the Netherlands. He eventually moved here.
Mhm.
My girlfriend and his girlfriend, they met before, and they were always saying the guys should meet, which happened. And it was nice and dandy, and he was already making music, and I loved what he wrote, and I said, hey, let's maybe start a project, which we did. And then I asked Mace, I know
Since
Mace
kindergarten.
since way back, so I, generally
Actual kindergarten.
speaking, I said,
And I'm
hey,
sure you both
he plays
were working
harmonica.
in kindergarten.
I love his playing, let's jam.
3 years ago.
And then the three of us were a thing, and then we were like, okay, well, we need a bassist, obviously, because if we want to take this further, then we're gonna need some
A buttery bass.
a battery bassist. Yeah, and then through mutual friends of ours, actually, we met Steve, which was very nice. That
We met in a park.
We met in a park.
Very sketchy.
Very sketchy. It was a very sunny day. We had beers. It was good because we love the personal connection. It's like the music should be good, but then we also have to deal with each other. So that was good. And then we played a little bit with the four of us, but we thought that something was missing, and that's where Ramon comes in. And actually, where did we find you?
On the side of the street.
Actually, via a musical Tinder. We're just gonna tell the true story. Yeah, so there's a Tinder
Okay.
for musicians, kinda, where
Whoa.
you
Wrong Tinder. I applied for wrong
you
Tinder.
sign up your band.
4 guys?
Yeah, you sign up your band, and you're saying, okay,
Swipe right, yeah.
this is the music we play. Are we looking for this and this and
It
this?
was called Granda.
It was
Yeah.
called. It was called Vamper, and that's how we met. And there were a lot of acoustic guitar players on there. And we were like, okay, maybe this is not the thing.
Mhm.
And then, last but not least, Steven met Ramon, and he came, and it was good. It was nice.
Yeah.
We had a show planned, our very, very first show for a radio show, and we were just the four of us. And we told Ramon, okay, you're gonna have to learn all these songs
Mhm.
for next
2
week,
weeks.
in 2 weeks,
Yeah.
and they're
You
long
fucked it up.
songs.
Oh boy, they kicked me out. Then I begged.
But he picked it up really nicely. So
Oh,
that's
sorry,
that's
yeah.
when we were complete. That was the five of us.
That was almost basically 3 years from
That was
now.
three-
21st,
Yeah.
21st of March was my first
Yeah.
gig.
Yeah.
So almost.
Oh, we're playing our 3rd anniversary show in 2 weeks.
Really? Yeah.
On the
Where?
21st.
And the first year was really okay. What do we want? We had no idea. We were just in The Hague chilling and like, okay, are we gonna write music? And then all of a sudden we had people interested and wanting us to go further and creating places for us to play. So it was really, really nice.
That's good.
Yeah, it was really nice.
This is a short version, by the way.
I could go on for days. So.
Like, how you guys decided to make music? Did you have like some, like, I don't know, here's some favorite album, some like artist and like, damn, I love this album and that's why I want to start to make something.
You're looking at me.
Yeah,
well,
she said
yeah.
everyone wants. What? How did you get into music, Isaac?
Get into music, like,
Did you have
play.
something like that? Or like, it was like always
No.
with you?
yeah, always.
You're just born with the guitar.
I started playing when I was like 11, 12 years old, and then since then it's been my life. And now I deeply regret it because
Doesn't make any money.
I don't make any
I don't
money.
make shit. I have to spend time with you. Oh man.
No, the inspiration
Yes.
for me, it was, I think Metallica really got me into music in general. Well, my dad always used to listen to Elvis and stuff, so that's where my roots are. But Metallica, their drummer, really got me into drumming. Actually, Guitar Hero, and I always played soccer. And then 3 years ago, this happened. So I had one band before this. It was just a little cover band in The Hague. It was really nice, but for a year, and I was 16 or something. So
And then
that's,
you got kicked out.
I got kicked out because
No.
reasons. It was 13 years ago, so.
Oh yeah, you did get kicked out.
I got
that old?
Yeah, I'm turning 30 this year. Fuck! Shit! That's my inspiration. I just love playing music. I can really pour out like all my energy. I have a lot of energy, mind you. That's why I also maybe picked the drums. Just
A lot of energy.
really get into it. So much that these guys started hating.
That's not true, man.
No, it's really nice, but that's Metallica.
Yeah, I think for me it was my dad. He used to play in a blues band. He played in that band for like 25 years. So I grew up with him playing music. He was a drummer. I remember distinctly like playing drums most of my life. But it wasn't really for me. It was like it was fun, and I really fucking loved music. But the drums were just not like clicking or something.
It's not a real instrument, right?
No, it's not. No, and then when I was 18. I asked my dad like, hey, like how do these guitarists always know what to play and how do they improvise? He was like, I don't know, something to do with scales. I was like, okay, right. And then I looked it up on the internet and I grabbed like a guitar that was in the corner, and I saw like I figured out, okay, so this is how you play it. And then I played like a few notes. I was like, holy fuck, this is what I have to do for the rest of my life. And that like it felt like a lightning bolt struck, and I sort of never stopped. That was like 10 years ago. I played a lot of music before that, but like the guitar was like an unhealthy obsession. Became and is still a bit of an unhealthy obsession. Yeah.
No.
So that's how I got into it.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
For me, it was when I was like 10 or 11. My mate Chris, we just became friends in school, grade 6, and then we just got into grunge. It was the 90s, Nirvana, Pearl Jam, Alice in Chains. He learned guitar, I learned bass, and we started a band. And we were just playing gigs when we were teenagers, and just the energy and all the friendship groups and everything from that kind of scene in the 90s.
Okay.
Well, I always grew up around music, but the first time that I made my own choice in what I actually liked and what I wanted to listen to was when the first album of Linkin Park came out, Hybrid Theory, and that changed me. Still to this day, like I was fucking cosplaying Chester Benningfield to school with the red spiked hair.
The
and
flames.
shit. Yeah, man.
There's photos of this.
There's definitely photos of this. Yeah, man. I went to school with the red spikes in my hair.
That's so cool.
Yeah. And that evolved into like heavier music, like really heavy music, like hardcore, deathcore kind of stuff. And when I was like just before I got out of my teens, I found the blues, and then I was that was my second pivotal musical moment in my life. Just like the first time that I found Linkin Park and I had made like a deliberate choice in what I liked. That was the same thing. I came across a video of Paul Butterfield, who is arguably one of the best harmonica players ever. Not technically not the most skilled one, but just the most soulful player, I would say. And that changed me. And then I decided to pick up the harmonica, and that was 11 years ago. And I was already singing then, but not really seriously, and I started picking up that up as well. So yeah, it's literally music is all I know, and if it weren't for music, if music was not a thing for me, then I wouldn't be here. Like there's nothing else in this world that I can and want to do. So yeah.
So I wanna ask about like creative process. How it looks like.
Well, usually we don't really write collectively. Some bands do, but we most of the time do not. Usually somebody writes a piece of music and brings it into the band, and then we slaughter it. We fuck it up completely. And usually, most of the times it gets better. And if it doesn't, then we just don't play it, of course. But but yeah, for example, the album Isaac's Marble was mostly written by Isaac. Like he wrote the bass of those songs, and then he brought them into the band, and then we did our thing with it, of course, because yeah.
So
what can happen?
Yeah, most of the time it's one person who brings an idea.
Yeah.
And then we go with it, we work on it, and
sometimes they change a lot. Sometimes they hardly change at all. Like it really depends from song to song, and like because everybody has the same say about the creativeness in this band, right? So the creativity. So we try to accommodate to what everybody likes, which sometimes is very hard when you're with 5 people and everybody has the same kind of weight to it, which can make sometimes it can take a lot of time because of that, because we try to make it perfect for all of us, which is impossible in my opinion, but yeah, we try to at least.
That's good.
Yeah, it's like probably the most important to like cope together in the band. It's like everybody.
It's hard work.
Yeah.
Not with the creative stuff.
Not with the
songwriting.
That's easy. That's the easy part.
It's never been a problem. Like it's
navigating.
very fluent.
Yeah.
Writing the music, it just goes so easy.
Yeah.
To be honest, yeah.
Because we all like what everyone writes. So Mace writes a lot, Ramon writes a lot, Isaac writes a lot. I write a little less. Steve has ideas. And whatever idea comes to the band is generally picked up really positively.
In the creative process, we listen to each other, and it's what sounds best. We try different things, and then we just kind of unanimously
that's
decide.
the only part where we listen to each other.
You know, sometimes it's hard because like we have at least 3 songwriters in the band, but we can't play all of everybody's songs. So like sometimes it's we like this best, so we just go with this song. And it's easy if like there's a lot of bands where just one person writes all of the music and say, hey, this is what we're doing. That's easy, but not like here. Sometimes somebody writes a song, it's like, we're not really feeling this, sorry, we have to kill your fucking baby.
Or it's good, but it's not what the band needs right now.
Exactly,
Stuff like that.
So we got quite a big backlog of ideas and songs, but the songs that are actually coming through, it's like a very small part.
Filters really.
We have to decide, like, do we want to record, do we want to rehearse, do we want to play? We all have a job. We all have girlfriends, we all have a house, we all have like all these things. So we really have to navigate good enough also with our personal lives. Like, what do we want to focus on? And that's also a talk, that's also what we talk about. So if someone has an idea,
it's also a good thing, I think, because then like only the really good stuff floats to the top. And I really like, even if you rehearse something or you show an idea, you can already feel in the room, like, oh, I want to play that. Like someone else says, oh, I want to play that song. And if that happens often enough, then we just sort of naturally just keep playing that and not keep playing that other 3 songs that we have proposed. And then the good stuff sort of floats to the top naturally.
So we're now
Yeah,
really
just
focusing,
following our highest excitement at the time.
Yes, yeah.
but we don't think like everything is bad. We just like have to.
No, it's
really
not about
pick
bad or good.
what
yeah.
we have to play, want to play, need to play.
What excites us the most?
What excites us the most? Like it's really collective feeling. And now we're just focusing on mainly playing, and we have an EP coming out later this year, which we have to record. And we also have to decide what are we going to record. What is our sound going to be for the next song?
I mean, we know what we're going to record.
We know it now, but we that's the stuff we talk about. Right?
Yeah, it was a long process.
So,
Yeah.
It's really interesting the process, and yeah, it's 5 guys with 5 opinions, you know. So it's tough sometimes, but we make it work for sure.
Yeah, I think in the creative part, like what Isaac said, we listen to each other the best.
The creative part is easy.
It's the easy.
Yeah.
All the other shit like
This guy's right. It's like, yeah, sure.
Fight constantly.
But it's just fun. Yeah, it's just so much fun.
Definitely,
Yeah.
100%.
This connection with music, you know. And
Yeah.
Also with each other, it's really important to be on the same length as with each other, because the music may be fun, but if I don't like playing with these guys and sitting in a car for 4 hours, then it's going to be a very, very tough time.
That's most of your time, you know.
Yeah,
Like
I see these guys
playing
always
is
waiting
like
around,
5% of your day. The rest is driving and carrying heavy
Yeah.
stuff
And waiting
and
around.
waiting. Yeah.
Yeah, and someone is more quiet, someone is more active, you know, and you can quickly like overshadow someone if you know, it's hard. And we're learning a lot
puzzle,
from
yeah.
each other, and it's a very, very healthy process. I love it, really. Yeah.
that's great.
Oh, yeah, good.
It's good,
Each
yeah.
other and
Ah.
making great music.
Oh, thank you. Oh, so the music is
Can I add a question into that? You're learning a lot about each other and the creation process of music. Are you learning, or have you learned anything about the music industry from when you started to where you are now?
Definitely.
100%.
What do you mean?
Definitely.
Like, what were your expectations about the music industry? What is the reality of it? What
Right.
is your perception of it?
Well, yeah, well, I think we've learned a lot because obviously the band's a business as well, right?
Yeah.
Sure. And you know, we have manager, we have a record label, we have accountants, we have things. So like the whole the whole music industry is a thing, you know, like the BMG deal and all this stuff. Like, my knowledge now is tenfold what it was before we began this whole process.
I didn't
So
know
if I was going to go start another band tomorrow, yeah, the whole process would be much quicker and easier. Like, okay, this is the steps that you need to do to get where you want to go.
No, we really had to figure out how to maneuver 5 guys with this music in this landscape, because our music is not for the radio or whatsoever. We have been played on the radio, but we have to think about how to navigate through this world of music business, because in the end, you need to sell fucking tickets. That's
Put
what
asses in seats, sell beer. That's
we have
like,
to sell beer tickets, and that's all they care about. And maybe they like your music. But yeah,
There's so many factors to weigh into it, sure.
yeah. And then you still want to make your music. You know, if someone from the label tells us you're gonna have to write a 3-minute song, me personally is not gonna be okay with that, because that would like strive so far from hey. And if a song is 3 minutes,
That's
then
fine.
It's fine.
That's
But if
fine.
someone asks us, you have to do this, then the fun is already gone for me. But that hasn't happened yet, because we have a great label,
very great team. Like,
great
very
team. They leave us in our worth. You know, they ze vertrouwen. They trust what we do. They trust the music, even though it's not popular music or radio music.
We have the final say in everything. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what I find most important.
Very good.
But we have learned heaps.
Yep.
What he says, it's crazy.
Do you have some like advice to like how to be like accurate, like still making lots of money, like making money, not money?
Yeah, we're not making a lot.
We're not making a lot of money at all.
I think
No.
it's very.
If I know that,
No.
if I knew that, I wouldn't be sitting here.
You know, financially the band, we talked about this in the band today. Financially the band is very healthy.
Yeah.
We can pay our stuff, we can pay the rent, we can maybe pay like...
Where's the
We can pay our recordings, we can pay everything from the band.
Yeah,
we,
it's good.
we don't
We
have
have
to put
a
any of
van.
our money
It's
in
good.
it, exactly with the van and everything.
Well, I mean, our trajectory is to make money through live shows.
Of course, yeah.
That's the path we're
And
doing,
merch.
because we're not not like a popular radio-friendly band. So money's in live shows and what merch you sell. Like Spotify, you get absolutely nothing.
Zero.
You know, like you can, what have we got, 70, 80,000 listens or something with all the songs, and what did you make?
We have paid
nothing.
like 40
22
euros.
euros or something. You know, like it's the days of kids buying records.
Music is free.
It's completely over. You know, I think it started with the LimeWire thing. You know, when Metallica sued LimeWire back in the late 90s or early 2000s, and the internet.
Napster.
Yeah, Napster wasn't LimeWire. Napster. And it just changed the whole like playing field for music. So yeah, I think it's hard now.
It's really hard.
You just got to sell out. You got to sell out big shows. Kids, people can buy tickets.
Yeah, and buy t-shirts.
And be distinctive enough that you're not drowning in other projects or whatever. I think Heath.
Like, when was the last time you bought a new album?
Last week.
Like,
Yeah,
like a new
I
one.
buy them.
Yeah, but we're musicians, so we buy music because we know how fucking hard it is.
I buy like old vinyls and stuff, and like just bands I want to support, but not like when I was a kid and it was just like CDs, man. Like the box of CDs I had at home is huge.
The industry changed a lot. That's true.
Yeah, our income grossly is generated through live shows and merchandise. We don't earn anything of Spotify streams, of anything that happens online. It's ticket sales, gauge, your whatever you
Salary.
get,
Fee.
your fee, and your merch.
Merch, yeah.
And
Fee
then
merch.
we have, if we drive 2.5 hours, we have the gas. We have maybe a broken string. We have, you know, but it's all investment. Still, it's hard work. It's really hard work, and you have to have 5 people or 4 people, however large your ensemble is. You have to have people who are with the noses to the same direction. Because if there's someone straying, then you can pull as hard as you want, but then like there needs to be one level, I think, if you want it to be successful, of course. Otherwise, you can perceive it as a hobby, which is completely fine, but you have to, okay, what is the goal of the project? And are we all aligned? Because if someone says, I want to go there, and someone says, I want to go there, then you already have a discrepancy, right? So you have to funnel that to somewhat one ball of energy, one thing, which is the band, which consists of 5 people with 5 different opinions. So it's, you know.
Next question.
I was going on a tangent here.
Oh, you want to know how it works? That's how it works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to ask. Wait. Okay. So, as a creative student, and I'll be sure to interview the students from my classmates. Do you guys have some advice for them as growing artists trying?
For musicians.
Yeah.
Just follow your nose and just don't listen to what anybody says. Literally, do not do that. Just do what you think is cool. And if people don't like it, then maybe you're not as good as you think. And if people like it, that's great. That's
very good advice.
That's literally what it is. Yeah.
That's true, right?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's just.
People don't like it. Just like
Yeah, but don't sell out. Don't
Hey,
listen.
it's
Don't
true,
do
though.
something
No.
that you don't want to
It
do.
is true.
Don't do something that you don't want to do. Do something that you at the end of the day can say, wow, I did that and I fully stand behind that. And if it doesn't work out, then that doesn't matter. At least you stay true to yourself. That's literally all I can say. And if this band doesn't work out, I'm not gonna do something that's not gonna make music that's gonna make me money. Like that's not how I work. I don't want to make music because I want to be rich. Like sure, I want to quit my job, but that's not the reason why I started doing this. So yeah, just do you. That's it. That's
Surround
It should come from
surround
love.
yourself with good musicians as well.
Yeah.
And
it's
also,
really important.
Frank Zappa once said, "There's 2 rules to the music game, and that's keep going and don't stop."
Yes. Yes.
That's I think all of us have, you see that with a lot of artists, once they sort of break through, you're like, oh, they came out of nowhere, and then you look them up and it turns out they've been going at it for 15 plus
Yeah, the
years.
reason most artists don't make it is because they stop before their breaking point, right?
Yeah.
Their breakthrough.
Yeah.
So yeah.
It's the investment is huge
And
financially,
we've only been
mentally,
going for 3
physically.
years. So, yeah.
And I must say, the trajectory we have been having is we're very privileged, right? We have been quite lucky, I would say, with the people who are interested in our project.
I think we've been extremely lucky.
Yeah.
Like from before we even had any music, there were so many doors open for us, and I think it was because some of the connections and the network inside the band, and that gave us a massive foot inside the door.
Yeah.
Everything was open for us.
Yeah.
It was crazy, and it's led us to what we have and where we are now.
And we also proactively talked with people, reached out to people. Even if we had like a 3-minute demo, we sent it to show them our sound. Are you interested? Can we play there? It was really a lot of communicating rather than playing. We were more fixing stuff for the band than we were actually in a rehearsal room.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Maze just on Instagram, just finding people who kind of like our music and then reach out to those people, just make connections, have people know about you.
So do what you love, be patient,
Yes.
work hard,
Yes.
make connections.
It's a
And-
good recap.
And enjoy it.
Enjoy opportunities are open, but it's you that has to
Yeah.
go through the door.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Take the
Yeah.
opportunity.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it hasn't always been so positive, It's also like we have also been playing. Do we really have to do this today? And then, yeah, we do, kinda. Not today, but in the past, of course. But
Shitty venues and
yeah,
Play for
things not
3
working in
people.
your favor.
Yeah.
Driving 3 hours, like, ugh, why are we?
Well, that's
here?
because we've had a taste of some sweeter water, right? As well.
Yeah.
Like, we played some bigger venues and bigger shows,
Yeah.
so it's hard to take a little bit of a
Yeah.
step back.
But it's
part of it.
And also, being lucky, as much I hate to say it, it's also a little bit of effect.
Mm-hmm.
People have to like you, of course, but you also have to.
because there's so much good music. So
Yeah.
Wait, yeah.
You're gonna have to get lucky as well. Yeah.
And
Put
now-
yourself
But
out there.
it also shouldn't necessarily be about making it, right? Like
No, definitely.
but the bottom line should just be enjoying music and having fun. And
Oh, God.
that's what,
Yeah,
that's,
but
that's,
what
what,
it
that's
said.
what music is.
That's
Like,
what it said. And if people
Yeah.
then
if your passion is music, then
Yeah.
it doesn't matter if you're playing in a garage.
Mhm.
Like it's
Nope.
and if people
It's
then
music.
happen to
It's
like
it's
it, that's a
music.
big
That's
bonus.
good,
It's a
yeah.
big bonus.
Yeah.
And now I really, really have to go to the.
Yeah, you
Me
can.
too. And they're playing as well.
Yeah.
In 3 minutes.
Yeah, I'm so yeah. I
Did you
don't
get
want
all
to
your
cut it off.
questions in, or do you have more
Yes,
questions?
everything. Thank you.
Nice.
You're welcome. Thank you so much.
It was really nice.
Great.
Okay.
Thank you.
Sticking to what you like. Do it.